Welcome to Dagbreek. Thank you for joining us.
Dank je. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, look at you. You picked up some words.
I'm trying.
Okay. How did the Gary Play Invitational go?
It was fantastic, and he was speaking in Afrikaanse a lot during the tournament, which is really cool to listen to with another friend of his. It was great. The
one thing in South Africa, we still yet to see the final season of CSI New York. On your side, you've wrapped it up already.
Yes.
What is it about CSI New York and the CSI franchise in general that you think really people relate to?
I think it's just the idea of trying to figure out the whodunit story, the mystery, and then each episode begins and it ends, and you can put it behind you, and so it's just a little escape. And I think initially the forensic science was a huge part of it, seeing that aspect of being a police officer, which wasn't out there before. I don't think anybody really knew that went on. So I think that was key.
Yeah, I think that was fascinating for me as a viewer as well, because now you start feeling like quite the specialist when you start reading about criminal things and newspapers as well. But what was interesting to me is that your character and your personal life has quite a bit in common. You have a few family members who are police.
Yeah, I came from, my father was worked was a corrections officer, which he worked in a prison, and then became a part of the NYPD for a few years and got hurt. So yeah, my sister was a police officer. Where I grew up in Staten Island is very police officers and city workers and firefighters. So yeah, I came from that environment, so it was kind of easy to understand it. But the part that was hard, I had to fool everyone that I was smart and knew the forensic side of things, which that's been the challenge. But yeah.
There are some fantastic blooper reels of you guys getting those big long words wrong, which is entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
because you always seem so slick when you watch the show and you go, geez, those guys know their stuff, eh?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
You also have quite a sporting background, similar to Danny Messer, also baseball, and a back injury ended your baseball career. That hasn't interfered with your golf yet?
No, fortunately, the back's good. And like Gary, player, like say, it's all in the core. He's like, strong hand, let's go, be fit, and yeah, so since I've been working on my core, like Gary says, my back's been great, but it was bad for a long time, really long time. Golf's not the greatest sport for your back because you're just hunched over all the time like this,
So you are kind of on a break now after CSI New York wrapped, or what can we look forward to from your side? I
just started to think about what's next just recently, so I wrote a TV series, actually a comedy, that's about golf. And I don't think golf is out there. There's a couple movies about golf that were good. Caddyshack is a classic, Tin Cup. And so it's kind of, I wanted to just show golf in a modern light. So it's a comedy, it's funny, it's called Scratch. And I'm just kind of pitching it now, and I'm trying to see if somebody's interested in doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, you did write on CSI New York as well, so writing's obviously something that you now have the opportunity to pursue a bit.
Yeah, I've always written, initially very bad and still just okay. And, but yeah, I've written some couple screenplays and the show, and I love writing, and it'd be great if I can get this out there.
Yeah, we'd love to see Scratch and see what it brings.
Thank you.
You're also quite a musician, talented guy.
Jack of all trades, master of nothing, right?
You and Gary Sinise both, which was interesting to me.
He's really good. Yeah, he's a great bass player.
Okay, and anything we can look forward to on that front?
I haven't focused enough time on that. My drummer has been asking me, let's make another record. We just made a record 5 years ago just for ourselves, and I just released it on an independent site. Didn't really, it was just for us. I just love doing it. I'm not good enough to go out there and jam, but I like to write melodies and I like to write songs. And
okay, and what's your experience of South Africa been so far? Is it your first time here?
Yeah. I love it. I mean, I was just telling I've had a good, the Lost City, golf, like a resort or the palace, or there was that side of this place, then to the bush, and I was just face to face with the lion and the wild dog, and the impalas there everywhere, the giraffe and the elephant. I saw everything except the leopard, and it's definitely life-changing. I mean, it's amazing.
I read that you're going to be around a little more. Are you going to see any other parts of South Africa?
Cape Town.
Okay.
So I think I covered a decent amount of area in 2 weeks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having a chat to us, and enjoy the rest of your time in South Africa.
Time for breakfast. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Right.
Thank you.